All right, here we go. Good to see everybody. Thanks for sticking around. What a great performance by our team. I think, other than one play early on defense, I thought we executed at a high level in all three phases. Exactly what we wanted to do going into this week. I thought our preparation habits were outstanding. We talked all week about a nameless, faceless opponent. Just go prepare, and I thought our kids were excited to play at home. 7,642 students at UNLV claimed their tickets for the first home game. I'm so thankful how outstanding that was, and that's just a start. Okay, our marketing team did a tremendous job on leading up to this point, on putting things together, on being interactive, and we're going to turn this place into a great home field advantage. We're really thankful for that, and it will only grow. You could feel them today on the field, and that's awesome. Excited offensively, defensively on the progress we made from week 1 to week 2. I thought we had early on, we hit on some things, designers offensively on what we wanted to get ran. Defensively, pretty basic, which was good to see. And then special teams, I knew he was going to get a block punt at some point. He affected one last week that was kicked out of bounds or shanked, and then he got one this week, and that won't be the only one. Catalon is playing at a very, very high level. Ricky is as well. They're an extension of the things that we have going on in the locker room from a leadership standpoint. Tremendous in every way. And we understand now in our minds our opponent kicks off here in about 35 minutes, and it's a race to Friday night. And we're certainly excited about being 1-0 at home, 2-0 on the season, and a short week. It's a sprint with no finish line. And our guys will get to work pretty quickly, and we're excited about the progress that our team is making. So I'll open up with questions.
If you have a question, raise your hand for a microphone, please. Just one on each side.
Barry, when you look at the first 2 weeks of the season, how happy are you that, you're always going to find things you want to work on the following week, but has this become a team where you can make those quick fixes and adjustments within the game, and are they adapting to it quickly?
I think our football IQ on our team is really high. I think we've got a mature team. We've got a number of guys that have played really big reps in meaningful games. The rep count, if you look across the board, not just these first 2 weeks, but their career on what they've done. I would suggest Ricky's probably played as much football as anybody in college football. Same thing for Jalen. Those guys are just 2 examples of that. And I've always said it. That's why we try to get so many reps in our program, because the way you get really good at playing football is play football. And that sounds so basic and elementary, and everybody's like, of course. But, it's lifting, it's running, it's all those things that go along with it. But it's also, you got to play the game. And that's why we go good on good in practice. That's why we have the structure that we do, because the only way that you can get game ready is actually try to play the game. And we try to do everything we can to make our Tuesday, Wednesday practice harder than the games will be, as how we set up the structure of it. So I think our kids have embraced that. Our team, they understand how important our preparation is on our Monday practice, the fundamental practice we do there, the Tuesday on how it's structured, Wednesday, Thursday, and then our Friday run through is, for 2 weeks, it's as good as I've seen on a team go from a mental standpoint, approach what that needs to be. The preparation and the meetings, the communication, and then the leadership, we're in a good spot, and we understand we're on a mission.
Coach, offensively, I'm sure after that first game, probably felt like you left a little bit there out on the table. Just in terms of what you guys were able to show specifically in the first half of this game, what did you like out of that group?
Yeah, I thought we were cleaner. I thought we played catch better. I think guys made plays out in space. And, I still believe this offense is going to be explosive. It's going to be one that we've got a number of different weapons that we can stretch the field vertically. We're going to continue to, I hope, to be able to run the ball. That sets everything else up. But, the importance of extending drives, making sure we, in third down situations, execute those. And then, we've got a lot of playmakers, and that's exciting, because I don't think, if you're going to try to take away one area, hopefully other guys will step up, and that can be a benefit for us.
And Ricky, for you, obviously a big first quarter. A lot of guys of your caliber maybe aren't playing special teams. For you, why is that so important to you, and to be able to affect it as well and get a pump block there?
I feel like, we emphasize being, a great player and playing, on the field at all times. So I just try to help my team do everything we can do to win. Also, we have the best returner in college football. So, you know, that's my guy, man. I want to get him in the box as many times as he can. So, you know, just being a team player, really.
Jalen, you held these guys to 14 points. What do you want to see in week 3 preparation defensively? And then how does the offense juice you guys up?
First of all, I don't want to see any difference. You know, I think we prepared this week the same way we prepared week 1, the same way we're going week 3, you know. Got prepared like it's our last game and just take one rep at a time, you know, because you never know when it's going to be your last rep. So I think that's the attitude that everybody takes when we go out there. But I think for defense, it's just seeing the same dominant, you know, dominate the box and be able to help in the back end, lock up, you know, because at the end of the day, when everybody's doing their job, you know, I think this defense can go as high as they want to go.
Coach Odom, I mean, you guys rushed for 503 yards, kept the quarterback clean all game. How important is this offensive line, and what do you see out of them?
Well, I've said, you know, early and often since we've been here that we've got to be a line of scrimmage team, and if we can control the game on the line of scrimmage, not only offense but defensive line, then it makes everybody's life a lot easier. So for us to be efficient on offense, we've got to control the line of scrimmage. We've got to be able to run the ball. And then the same thing defensively. If you can stop the run, you're going to end up being a really good defensive team. So those two play together. How important it is. We do a lot of work throughout the week. Team run good on Tuesdays. You know, we're trying to be as physical as we can because how important that is down the stretch here for us to be able to continue to run the ball and then defensively stop the run.
And then for you, Ricky, I mean, we know you're one of the best receivers in this nation. How fun is it to play in Marion Barber's go-go offense?
We didn't hire Marion Barber.
I mean,
Brennan.
my
Yeah.
bad.
It's fun, man. Just to be able to go out there. It's a very explosive offense. We have too many playmakers on our side of the offensive ball. So just go out there and just having fun each and every week, every day at practice. And I feel like if we do that, it'll translate come Friday and Saturdays.
For Barry.
Yep.
You a handoff to Ricky to start the game, and then obviously the 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Was there an intention to get him involved early?
Yeah, I think we were pretty direct with that on trying to get him, you know, feed him the ball, and you know, I do also think I thought that he wouldn't play much in the second half, so I was trying to find a way to get him the ball early, and you know, he executed, made some big time catches, which he's done since I've been here. He's one of the dynamic playmakers in college football, and then you know, there's a number of ways I believe offensively that we can showcase or get guys the football. And that's one example, you know, game or play 1 on trying to get the ball in his hands, and we'll build on that. There's a number of unique packages that we have that we can showcase, and that's certainly exciting.
And then for Ricky, you know, 72 points, the second most in program history. Set a program record for offensive yards in a game. Just, you know, how does it feel to, you know, you're already in the record books from last year, but how does it feel to, you know, set some of those marks today?
It's a great feeling. We had a good week of practice this week. It all comes down to preparation. So we felt good going into this week. Did a lot of study film. You know, we set a goal before the game to 70 points, and, you know, we executed that. So it felt good.
Congratulations on the win, guys. A question for all 3 of you. Starting the year 2-0, what kind of confidence does this win and then last week's win as well give you going into a big week against Kansas?
I think for us, we're more focused on just keeping the same mentality, you know, not getting too high, just staying neutral, you know, just saying, okay, we won this game, you know, did what we're supposed to do. Now we're on to the next to face a good team in Kansas, you know. So we're going to watch them play later today in about 30 minutes, see what they got for us, and keep the same approach as we always did.
I don't think I can add much to that. It's a very mature team. I would say stoic in our nature and approach. We're thrilled that we're 2-0, and I don't want to minimize that. I'll never diminish or not make a big deal about winning because you know, I know it's hard to win. I understand that, but also, you know, the prize is in the preparation. The prize is the relentless chase of perfection on what you're trying to get as good as you can get. The measurables that are out there and the prize on what we're chasing. Now we got to have a great Monday practice, and you know that may be a little bit boring of a comment and a conversation, but It's really ultimately what we're trying to do is control what we can control every single day, become as good as we can get. And then if you prepare the right way, then you're going to have the freedom and the rhythm to play really well on Saturdays, or in this case on Friday night. It all comes down to our preparation and the approach that we have to making sure that we're in position to execute the game plan when the lights come on.
One for Jalen and one for Ricky, if possible. Jalen, last week this defense goes out and holds Utah scoreless for the holds Houston scoreless for the first 59 minutes of the game. Then it comes out tonight and holds Utah Tech scoreless for the 40 minutes rather in the middle of the game. What's the best way to describe what this defense is feeling when it's in the middle of stretches like?
I think it's just the energy we build. I think everybody's just locked in. From one series to the next. Doesn't matter who's in the game. If it's the ones, the twos. Doesn't matter if the safeties is me and John, or if it's me, Jet. Doesn't matter what safeties are out there or what personnel's out there. Everybody's just trying to do their job and do everything they can for the team. So I think that approach that we bring every single play reflects.
Ricky, points points scored on the first 8 possessions of the game for this offense. How does this first unit try to take something away from a game that kind of appeared and almost felt kind of perfect every way you looked at it?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I said first 8 possessions of the game yielded points for you guys. I said, how does this first unit take something away and try to build on this game when it felt like everything on the field kind of appeared perfect?
Really just going back and watching the film, seeing the things. This is always the small things that we feel like we could do better. We feel if we go in and watch film and just look at the small things, I feel like it's always something you can get better at, and at any position. So if we do that, we'll be fine.
Coach Odom, you've spoken about how important it is to continue developing all 3 of your quarterbacks, even though you have your starter. You got to see Cam and Hodge today. What were your just immediate impressions from their performances?
Yeah, I thought they executed all 3 quarterbacks. I thought they executed the calls. I didn't think there was any point that we couldn't. We chose not to throw the ball late, obviously. But I thought they executed. They were in control. They were able to efficiently run the offense that was called. I thought we made some good reads in the RPO and the zone read action, even into the option game that we got into. What I've seen in practice was what played out today in the game, which is great to see. And those guys are going to continue, all 3, to get better. They're pushing each other, and that's fun to see. And I think our team around them has belief in all 3. And when you have that captured, then it becomes momentum, and that's a powerful force.
Coach, I saw you point something on the box score there to Jalen out there. To you, what was that, and also just defensively as a whole, what really stood out to you most about this performance?
He was showing me our third downs, and they only completed 1 third down of 13. We always emphasize, being more than 6-7% on third down, and so far we've been doing, beyond that. So we're just trying to keep that going, because good defenses do really well on third down. So just trying to keep that going.
When Catalon's NFL career is over, we're going to coach together. He is a coach on the field. So I pointed to it, and he already knew. I think he had already seen the stat sheet. He was excited about our third down percentage on defense.
No doubt.
Ricky's coming back, too, whenever he's done. He decided this week. He said he's going to come back and be Coach Chivas' GA.
I am.
Coach, after 2 games, 1 on the road, 1 at home, what are your thoughts on helmet communication in college football?
The communication between player to coach?
Yes.
Yeah, I think, when it works, it's great. We had week 1, we had some issues with the system not working properly. The tablets went out. I was told because of the weather in Houston. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was what I was told. And then today it was spotty early at best for some reason. There were times that our quarterback could hear, times they couldn't. So I think number one, in the scope of college football, I think it's great. I think the ability it will and will continue has and will continue to enhance our game. I think you can find some advantages on how you call the offense and the communication piece on the pace of play. Defensively and offensively, I think we've got to be careful. And I've talked to our coaches a lot about between series, let's not stare and look at a tablet the whole time. Let's have communication, and that's really important. There's a balance there. And again, I think it's beneficial for us because we were able to use them in the bowl game last year, so we had to jump on it going into this season. But overall, I think we made a great move as a whole in college football on bringing that into the game, and I think it'll only make it a better game.
And then for Ricky, you had one of the most fundamentally sound punt blocks I've seen in a long time. What was it like to do that, and what do you like about it, having an aggressive special teams coordinator?
Man, Coach C does a great job each and every week, just emphasizing the small things. Like I said, it's always the small things that allows us to, be a better team and just execute more. So I took over, the things that he taught me last year, and, I applied it to my game. And I feel like, it's not going to be the last punt I block. So I want to thank Coach C for that.
All right, we're going to end it there. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a great short week.